All right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan. How's everyone going? I hope you're well. Yeah, let's get down to business. So we took the poll. We're going to keep the musical intro short. So there you go. Just a quick little sound bite there. We have movement on the station. I'm not saying we're out of trouble, but some things that we've been looking at are playing out. So we're just going to run through, the case for, is the correction over, or are we coming out of the other side of the correction? Is it more than halfway over? Are we heading out of there? So we've got a few things to be looking at, a few individual charts, a chart that we haven't looked at before, and then some of the charts that we have been looking at a lot of the time. So if you like these videos, please, and you get some value out of this, please click the like button as usual. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and notification bell if you want to be up to date with all these movements on the station. All right, so we're on the Bitcoin chart. I just want to point out one major thing that, kind of make this all seem fairly normalized, and that is using an arc pattern. So this is, this kind of arc pattern I drew a long time ago, haven't shifted it at all. And, we've got 1, kind of 2, 3 touches on the left side. And then we've only had 1 touch on the right side up until recently, right? So that kind of meant that it was too bullish, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of other indicators that will tell you that Bitcoin was too bullish there for a while, and it had to kind of come and test the side of this arc. And if you zoom in here, and we're going to zoom right in right now and just see how perfectly that arc played out. Like literally that candle wick has just absolutely shaved the edge of it, right? So we'll get right in there. Like I say, that arc was drawn for a while. It was in play. That's what we need. We just need a little tap off that, and that's the launching pad. So that's kind of, signal number 1. Then we've got this W pattern here. So the WM pattern. So coming down, up, down, and, at the moment we're making our way out of there. We got to probably get another, couple of, 10 days or so to see that this does play out the way I see it, that it's going to hit this kind of level there, maybe pull back a bit, do that reverse head and shoulders thing, and then fire off on out of there. No guarantees on that. That's just the way I'm seeing things. Now, I do need to remind everyone that none of this is financial advice, and please do not make trades based on anything I say in these videos, because it is my guess. But I am going to say one thing, and I can say what I've done, and I did make a trade today. I didn't put new money into the market. I've actually dropped my position in AUKID. I've taken a loss, probably a 50% loss on that, and I've consolidated into ICP. And we'll have a look at the ICP chart in a while, because it was a hard one. It was always going to be a hard one, the ICP chart. We were trying to catch a falling knife. I saw 100 as support. Sorry to anyone out there that took my advice as concrete fact. I am an analyst. I'm not a fortune teller. So it looks like sub 80 was the actual bottom, but we'll have a look at the chart and see where the kind of support level is. But I took that trade basically just to consolidate a smaller position that I wasn't really interested in, and just putting, 2 smaller positions together into 1 smaller position. So now I have about 4 ICP. So that's that. So the secret chart, or the chart that I want to be looking at, is the Theta fuel chart. So this thing was breaking out well before Bitcoin today. So this was like a yesterday thing I saw. It was kind of like a leading indicator where it was testing its all-time highs again, which not many things are at the moment. So Theta fuel is super bullish, tested all-time highs, bounced back, and then kind of had a good wick out of there today. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if it's one of the early leaders. I know Theta in general has been a leader in the market up until now. Theta isn't anywhere near its all-time highs. It's probably still 50% off its all-time highs. But yeah, it was interesting to see Theta fuel. But the most thing I'm interested in is a pattern that we've been looking at in a couple of the coins we follow in this channel, like Game Credits and One Harmony, is that we have a bullish price action, we have a bull flag, downtrend line, breaks out of the downtrend line, flips the resistance into support, then Bitcoin correction below the line, comes back up and then bounces off, right? Game credits, same deal again. Resistance line downtrend, comes down, flips it into support, Bitcoin dump, comes back on the other side, support. So this is the sort of thing that we're looking for, to happen, is that this replicates basically what that Theta fuel chart is doing, and then game credits kind of crawls on out of there in that kind of fashion, So we've got the downtrend, flip resistance into support, and then kind of bounce off there and go that way. Now, hopefully game credits does the same thing. One Harmony, the same story. We can draw that line on there, kind of flip resistance line into support, bullish, back down under it, and then kind of fly on off out of there. So these are the sort of corrections that are normal and we're going to see everywhere. Theta is just one of the leading ones. Now, ICP chart. So we, once again, we have a falling night. There's no guarantee that we are not going to see further downside action, especially if Bitcoin dumps, because everything dumps with Bitcoin, right? So for those of you in the comments that are like, saying that I shouldn't sell people into things, well, I don't believe I am, but if I am, please don't trade solely based on me. We are always catching a falling knife. But right now we do have some kind of a bottom and a reversal, right? So we've got our, key resistance level there up around 100 now. We have to break out of there, but this was such a quick drop, so I shouldn't see any resistance coming in there when the buyers do come back in. And we have seen a couple of green candles there on the 4-hourly chart, which is good. This thing is probably one of the most oversold things in crypto at the moment. So that's why I made the trade into it. It's just more that if I've doubled my position now, to then sell half of it when it kind of pulls back up to all-time high, and then I'll ride that little bit to the end, It keeps, a bit of skin in the game. Probably one of my smallest holdings, or one of my smaller holdings. So I'm definitely not advising anyone to put the kitchen sink onto their ICP. Falling knife, but decided to I guess double my position, small position, mainly because there's evidence enough there to say that we have, 3 or a 4x to all-time highs. So I might kind of risk off at that point, but that's my choice, my decision. I'm just letting you know for transparency that I am owning ICP and I am trading into it. Even though it's bearish, I'm bullish on it because the rest of the crypto market will eventually follow Bitcoin to the upside when it does. Another indicator I'm just looking at that tells me that Bitcoin is towards the end and reversing out of its correction is that, we've got Bitcoin miners like Argo Blockchain that have had this resistance downtrend line, and their Argo Blockchain's had a 25% day today. So the stock market is bullish on the fact that Bitcoin is going to go up. So the big smart investment money, big 25% candle there, tapping off, still not a breakout. So it's attempting to tap off that downside resistance there. So we're not out of the woods, but there's some positive signals there. So yeah, I just pulled up kind of the double bottom reversal pattern thing, this WM pattern that I'm talking about. This is something that's drawn here, very similar to what Bitcoin's just done. 2 big wicks there, pull up, the M kind of shape, double, second attempt at the bottom, and then this thing's going to move out of there. It will kind of cop a bit of resistance on the way out of there, but hopefully it fires on through, and just to kind of get back on there, and just to address that again, is that we can, and just kind of just look at it for what it is. Pull down, bottom, pull down, and this pattern sort of usually would happen at the very bottom of a market. It's a reversal pattern at the bottom of the market, but it's just happening in the middle of a correction. I think because it is been so bullish, it's happened here. And the other kind of theory I have is that it's creating a volume defined support and resistance level for the next bear market. So these are the sort of levels you'll be looking for Bitcoin to retrace to down here, and to spend a lot of time around, probably like drop below that and find that as resistance for a while, and support all the way through the bear market. And then this kind of 30,000 level, where things will kind of reach out to on the downside. So that's my prediction. Definitely there could be more downside. It could dip as low as, the 20K, the all-time high level next time. But I think, the amount of price action that's happened in this region, from the correction on the way up to our 60K and then the correction down from our 60K, it's going to give a lot of price action there. A lot of area where people have bought in and would be willing to kind of hold on to until those levels again. So I can see that will be a strong resistance and support level in the next bear market. All right, so that's my 10-minute kind of wrap up of the market at the moment. It's good to see, and this green has just happened. What time is it now? I'm like 20 past 5 in Dublin time here. And, all this green's just really happened, so this kind of been building all day and then it's just popped on out of there. Bitcoin's 8% on the day, big green candle. And, the funny thing is we're not seeing the alts be any stronger than Bitcoin, which is a good thing. I think once Bitcoin, the alts are kind of anticipating, I guess, this level here, this 40,000 level. If Bitcoin clears 40,000, I think you're going to see the alts really move hard and aggressively with Bitcoin. I think the alts are kind of bearish still a little bit until that level is cleared, because then that double bottom reversal is actually confirmed, right? So if we can get above 41,000 there on a candle close on a daily, then we're super bullish, right? All right. I've been Jared. This has been Crypto Plan. Hope you like these updates. Please like them if you do, get some value from this, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.